All right, what if I were to tell you that you could buy a Lamborghini for under $10,000?
I've only got 7.
Well, I would be lying, but there is some good news. There are some seriously awesome cars that actually could be yours for under just 10,000 bucks. And I'm talking reliable, I'm talking fun, and I'm talking capable rides that won't leave you bankrupt. So if you're looking for a solid all-around car that keeps smiles per mile super high, well, we got 7 of them coming right at you. And if you're new here, I'm Brad Danger, so hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, because we have a whole lot more content coming your way. These are 7 great cars for under 10 grand. And the last one on this list, I may or may not be looking for one. Let's go. So I know that some of you guys are looking to hop into some premium German luxury for under 10 grand, and there's no better option out there than the Audi A3. You see, this spacious hatchback has room enough for all your gear and any friends that you might want to bring on a road trip that you're going on. And you're guaranteed to be comfortable through the whole journey. And that's because the A3's 19.5 foot overall cargo space is more than enough room. Plus you get power driver's seat, dual climate control, and standard leather seats. And if you really just want to chill while you cruise down the highway, well, engage that cruise control and play some soothing music through the 10-speaker sound system. Or some headbang and heavy metal if that's more your thing. And this car's safety features will definitely keep your mind at ease as well, with its stability control, anti-lock brakes, and more airbags than you can count. Now the 2-liter 4-banger under the hood offers 200 horsepower. Which isn't exactly gonna dust supercars off the stoplight, but it's definitely enough to have some fun with, especially when you opt for the 6-speed manual transmission, which this t-shirt helps save the manual transmissions. And of course, Audi also offers the 2007 A3 with the direct shift automatic as well for those of you who want a slush box for whatever reason. Now, the standard trim for an 07 A3 is gonna cost you as low as 7,000 bucks today. And we found this little zipper on Auto Tempest with just over 80,000 miles on it. But if you're looking for heightened performance, you could probably bump up to the Quattro trim and still stay under that 10K mark, which is definitely what I would do. And if you want something even more sportier and something that your enthusiast friends get amped up about, then, well, you're just gonna want our next car, the 2012 Mazda 3. Because for under 10K, the 2012 Mazda 3 offers some incredible driving dynamics that will make you feel like you picked up a luxury sports car. Now, this thing is offered in a bonkers 11 trim models. There's a Mazda 3 out there for literally everyone. But one thing that they all have in common, razor sharp handling and super solid fuel economy. This means that you can zip around your city and forget all about the gas pump because, well, you're looking at 33 miles per gallon on the highway in the base trim and as high as 40 in the superior trims. Now, the 2012 Mazda 3 comes in 2 different body styles. You got both the sedan and then the hatchback. And so it really kind of depends on what your priorities are on which one you end up choosing. And you could even upgrade to a turbocharged Mazda Speed 3 with over 260 horsepower if you have a little more cash to throw around. And that is definitely an ideal car. So if you're set on staying with your budget at 10K or less, the base Mazda 3 still has 148 horsepower, which, you know, isn't great, but you still get that athletic handling that makes the 3 a blast to drive. And also some exterior styling, which looks pretty good in my opinion. So we found this 2012 Mazda 3 Touring on Auto Tempest that is basically brand new with only 36,000 miles on it for under 10 grand. And that is definitely an ideal deal. And if you want to learn how to buy any of these cars on this list like a pro, check out our ideal car strategies. They are officially launched and they're so cool. And if you're all about appearances, lucky for you, the next car looks like it should be worth somewhere in the 6-figure range. This thing has an ass and class, and it has the Mercedes star hood ornament. I mean, what could get better than that? And anytime we talk about cheap cars that make you look rich, well, it's really hard to skip over a Mercedes. That's because we never skip over a Mercedes in that video. And if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button because the German jaw droppers are continually offered at mind-blowing prices, even though that they have the exterior styling and interior luxury of a car that looks like it should be in your CEO's garage. And yes, we've heard you. Some people have argued that Mercedes engines can be unreliable in their cheaper models, but we think the 2009 E-Class offers some stellar reliability and some huge curb appeal steal at this price point. You see, 2009 was the last year of the third generation E-Class, and the boys over at Stuttgart really got this one right, offering some impressive drivetrain options, including the AMG tuned performance engine and a fuel-efficient turbo diesel. Unfortunately, those higher trims are going to cost you a little bit over 10 grand, but the base trim E50 can easily be had as low as 8 grand. And still, it features a 210 horsepower V6 and some awesome premium features, like, you know, a Harman Kardon stereo system to blast all of your favorite tunes, a sunroof, power front seats, and an automatic dual zone climate control. Best of all though is that your buns are gonna be sitting in Mercedes luxury leather and stretching out in this spacious cabin. And you definitely have a lot of room, especially compared to the E350's competitors, because this is a mid-size luxury vehicle, but it feels like a full-size luxury car. Now, we found an E350 with just under 100,000 miles on it for under 10 grand. And trust me, your neighbors are gonna think that you paid a whole lot more for it. Now, if you need something with all-wheel drive, well, guess what? The E350 has an all-wheel drive option, but you're gonna need a little extra cash. So, to stay under budget, if you're expecting to play in the inclement weather, an all-wheel drive is a must. Well, you might wanna go check out the 2012 Subaru Legacy instead. Now, the 2012 Subaru Legacy is a true midsize sedan built on the same mechanicals as Subaru's more off-road minded products like the Outback. And so if you are gonna go on the road less traveled and you need some ideal clothes for the summer, check out our brand new inventory. Pretty ideal. And while I wouldn't advise taking a Legacy into the mountains for some off-road hooning, this car will absolutely dominate the worst of road conditions. Rain, sleet, snow are no match for Legacy's standard all-wheel drive and boxer engines. Now, the base engine isn't bad with a 2.5 liter that churns out a decent 170 horsepower. But if you absolutely need more horsepower than that, well, I know a lot of you do, you could get the 2.5 GT Limited trim, which offers 265 horses. But with any version from 2012 Legacy, you're gonna get super spacious interior that will comfortably sit 5 passengers. Also, you're gonna get top of the line safety features that made the 2012 Legacy an IIHS top safety pick. And all that long-term reliability that you expect from a Subaru. Subaru. While 2012 Legacy owners are usually pretty satisfied with the smooth ride that the car offers, there have been complaints, and I hope you're sitting down for this, that the clutch and the 6-speed manual don't feel all that precise. But you gotta save the manuals. So if you're an automatic driver anyways, it's probably best to just go with the CVT. But we found this 2012 Subaru Legacy 2.5i Premium on Auto Tempest with under 90,000 miles on it for under 9 grand. And that's definitely a solid buy if you're in a snowy climate, or you just like to hit the roads less traveled. And the next car has become one of the most common cars on the road. And that's no fluke. The 2013 Honda Civic offers some great bang for your buck. And yeah, there's a good reason why everyone here in the States raves about the reliability of Japanese cars. And the 2013 Honda Civic is a prime example. I've talked to quite a few owners of this long-lasting compact, and nearly everybody reports that it is a very low cost of ownership, meaning that you're never gonna find yourself driving back and forth from the mechanics, which is a great thing. And even on top of that, if you should have to get a repair, it probably is just gonna cost you peanuts, not cashews. And reliability isn't the only thing that this car has going for it, because the 1.8 liter 4-banger offered in the base trim is pretty peppy and pumps out 110 horsepower. But you can move that up to 140 horses in the LX trim. And that's still staying under 10,000 bucks. Plus, all versions on the 2013 Civic offer confident handling and a stylish and comfortable interior. And if you're looking to get a base to build your badass tuner car on, you probably already know that there are few better platforms out there than the Honda Civic. And if you buy up this 2013 Honda Civic LX with under 75,000 miles on it that we found on Auto Tempest for under 10K, you might just have some cash left over to tune it into a street racing beast. But if you're looking for more power right now with zero tuning needed, believe it or not, the 2010 Toyota Avalon blows the rest of these cars out of the water with its engine output. Yeah, I can't believe it either, because this undoubtedly has the most powerful engine on this list. Yeah, 268 horsepower from a 3.5 liter V6 that gets surprisingly good fuel economy for that level of power, because you're looking at 28 highway miles per gallon, and that outcompetes cars in its class with far less pickup. And in addition to saving you money at the pump, the Avalon costs next next to nothing to own. I mean, it's a Toyota, ladies and gentlemen, and that means that breakdowns are gonna be nothing but a distant dream. Owning 2 Porsche 911, that would be nice. Plus, replacement parts are gonna cost you a Starbucks cold brew. And what's even better is that the interior space of the Avalon is much roomier than its little brother, the Camry. However, for some reason, Toyota decided not to make the rear seats fold down, which we kind of think is a little bit funky, and it kind of prevents you from taking full advantage of the car's spaciousness. But that being said, I would compare its interior quality to that of a Lexus, and the ride is just super comfortable, although handling prowess does leave a lot to be desired. So if you're a driving enthusiast, this may not be the car for you, but it's hard to argue the value of a 2010 Avalon, especially when you're looking at reliability, fuel economy, power output, and interior luxury. So here's a 2010 Avalon XL for under $9,000 that just barely cracked the 100,000 mile mark. And even at that already low price, the Avalon's gonna save you a big chunk of change over its lifespan. And while we've had some pretty roomy rides on this list, if you're over the height of 6'3", which I don't have that problem,
get in! Your shoe is bigger than this car.
But if you do, the 2013 Kia Soul might be your best option here. Say what you'll say about the strange boxy body style of the Kia Soul, or the fact that it will forever be associated with dancing hamsters. Yeah, that was a good commercial. But when you climb into the 2013 Kia Soul, you immediately see why their owners love them. No more craning your neck to get in like you may have had to with a small sedan, and all of that interior passenger space makes for a comfortable ride regardless of how many hamsters you try to pile into it. Plus, you get the utility of a hatchback. And when you combine that with impressive fuel economy for its size at 30 highway miles to the gallon, it's pretty cool. But you will be sacrificing some power, however, since the Soul's 4-cylinder only puts out 138 horsepower and only 123 foot-pounds of torque. So, if you're looking for a car that can blast off from the starting line, the Soul's a no-go. But you want a super practical hatchback that gets good fuel economy and is fairly reliable, it is definitely worth at least considering ponying up the cash for a Kia Soul. So here's a 13 base Soul for just under $9,000 with super low mileage at just over 60,000. And I'd say it's a pretty good bargain for a weird wagon. So if you're in the market for a new car under 10,000 bucks, this list is a great place to start. And which one was your favorite? Let us know down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new here, you know what to do. Subscribe, turn on that notification bell because we have new edutainment content coming at you pretty much every single day. I'm Brad Danger, this is Ideal Cars, and keep living the ideal lifestyle.